The San Francisco Giants get a huge victory versus the Philadelphia Phillies by a final score of 5-0, a big-time shutout at Oracle Park, a game that the Giants had to have when you consider that coming into the game we were riding a 4-game losing streak and we had dropped some serious ground in the wild card standings. And so this was a huge game when you consider that we're chasing the Phillies in that wild card and we were able to pick up a full game in the standings. So this is so exciting, and hopefully this is a sign that the Giants will be able to be turning this around. And it all started with Madison Bumgarner. The bum was on the hill. He was your stopper in this one. When you absolutely needed a victory, he absolutely came through in the clutch. And, you know, Bumgarner, it really just shows the type of competitor he is, because in between starts, you know, between this start and his prior start, which, you know, wasn't very good in the fact that he gave up 5 runs in 5 innings in Colorado. So Bumgarner was throwing a lot of pitches on the side in between starts due to his disappointment and how he pitched. And so, you know, he's just... you know, you just love the bulldog mentality of a Bumgarner. And another story, too, when the Giants, you know, were in Philadelphia for that trade deadline and they had traded a couple guys out of the bullpen, Bumgarner went up to Bruce Bochy and told him that if you need me to throw an inning or two, like, I got you. And I can do it between starts. I mean, Bumgarner just wants to do anything possible to help this team win. And so, you know, it doesn't get any better than what we're seeing right now, in that we're playing meaningful games in the month of August, and we are still riding the duo of Bumgarner and Bruce Bochy. And, you know, we're hoping that this is a sign of foretelling of things to come down the road as the Giants are trying to embark and get into the playoffs. So let's get more into this game, guys. So Bumgarner went 7 innings in this one, and even more notably, he was carrying a no-hitter into the 6th inning. And so, you know, you were knocking on wood, you were doing all these superstitious things, you were maybe walking a certain way around your house or sitting in a certain chair that you call your good mojo chair or something. You know, as I'm right here, we've had a lot of great memories sitting in this chair watching some great games out here. So, you know, it's been a great run. And so Bumgarner goes 7 innings, gives up the 1 hit. Of course, in the 6th inning, it was allowed. He did not give up a single earned run, only walked 1 batter, and had 3 strikeouts. So, of course, you know, what we've seen as Bumgarner has gotten a little bit older here. I think he is definitely resorting to getting, you know, putting the ball in play more, so getting outs in 3 or less pitches rather than trying to strike everyone out. You know, of course, he's going to have those games where he does have high strikeout totals, but, you know, nevertheless, this was just a great game for him, and now he lowered his season ERA down to 3.74 on the year. And so the Giants were opposing Aaron Nola, who was having just a phenomenal year, a 10-game winner, a 26-year-old right-hander, and the Giants were able to touch him up just for enough runs. And when, you know, Bumgarner doesn't give up any, all you need is just a couple runs to, you know, be in a good place to win a ball game. So Nola goes 5 innings in this one, gives up 7 hits, 3 earned runs. He walked 2 batters and struck out 3. And so, guys, now let's get into the scoring of how this game played out. So in the bottom of the 3rd inning, the Giants would get on the board thanks to a Brandon Belt RBI single. And one thing to note on Brandon Belt is that he has been going through some struggles, but what we have seen is that he's still working the count a lot, which, you know, I think he's one of the best in the game because of his eye of going from an 0-2 count to 3-2 count and just, you know, constantly having at-bats where he's getting the pitch count out of the pitcher. And if you guys remember last year, I think it was last year, in April, at Anaheim, Brandon Belt set the MLB record for pitches seen in a plate appearance. I think it was like 23 or 24, something pitches like that. But, you know, look it up. I'm sure you can find it, the video of it, but just, it's absolutely insane. But awesome for Brandon Belt. Just shows how good he is at working counts. So the Giants have been putting him in that leadoff spot. And so hopefully, you know, this is a sign for him to kind of really turn things around. And then later in the inning, the hot hitting Mike Yastrzemski, man, what a revelation he has been. What a pickup for Farhan Zaidi. And so Yastrzemski knocks a 2-run double, guys, to extend the Giants' lead. They get 3 in that bottom of the 3rd inning and take a commanding 3-0 lead in the game early. And then now in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Giants would extend their lead thanks to a wild pitch. And on that, Kevin Pillar, Superman, would score, and that would make it 4-0. Now, in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Giants would capitalize with their 5th run of the game on a Mike Yastrzemski solo home run. It was his 11th home run of the season. And when you look at the numbers for Yastrzemski now, I mean, he has got 11 home runs and 37 runs batted in, and he came up at the end of May. And so, those are numbers that, honestly, projecting out over a full season, he definitely would be able to hit 80 to 90 RBIs, 20 to 25 home runs. So, Yastrzemski has just been so much fun to watch, so exciting to see his at-bats. Every time he's up there, you're looking forward to seeing what he's going to do next. And, of course, if there's runners in scoring position, even better, because he could potentially have a quality at-bat and, knock somebody in. And so, guys, we are going to get into the bullpen stats of the game for your San Francisco Giants. So, following those 7 innings by Madison Bumgarner, we saw right-hander Trevor Gott come into the game. Gott has been having a very impressive year. So, he pitches 1 inning, does not give up a hit or a earned run, walks 1 batter, and strikes out 2. And so now Trevor Gott with a 3.56 ERA on the year. And then we saw a maintenance inning from our closer, Will Smitty, guys. He goes an inning in that 9th inning, gets those last 3 outs, critical for this game. Just an amazing win all around. And I hope you guys enjoyed the YouTube-only broadcast. Love to hear your thoughts on, how it was for you watching it. Of course, I have a smart TV at my house, as I'm not sure if a lot of you guys out there have advanced onto these smart TVs, but, they're really nice because they have apps on there and you can go on YouTube literally from your TV. And so, you can stream videos and things like that from YouTube. And so it was pretty awesome to see the broadcast from YouTube. And I thought the quality of the broadcast was really phenomenal. It looked really good watching it. And so, if you missed the broadcast, I happened to be had to go into work shortly after the game had started, so I'm definitely going to be checking that out on my own time. But, it was absolutely phenomenal to see. So Will Smitty, guys, goes that inning, does not give up a hit or a earned run, does not walk anybody, and now has a 2.55 ERA on the year. So it's just awesome that Will Smitty is still here. Of course, we all remember all the trade talk and the speculation that happened prior to the July 31st trade deadline. And so you didn't know if he was going to be traded to another team and, how that was all going to situate or play itself out. And so now let's get into the offensive statistics of the game for your San Francisco Giants. So Brandon Belt goes 1 for 4 in the game, scores 1 run, gets on base twice, has 1 RBI and 1 walk, now hitting .234 on the year. So hopefully it is going to be a turnaround for Brandon Belt. Then we had Mike Yastrzemski, the hot hitting Yastrzemski, just continues getting the job done, goes 2 for 4, scores 1 run, has a total of 3 RBIs in the game. Of course, like we said, now with 11 home runs and 37 RBIs, he's now hitting .268 on the season. Evan Longoria had a multi-hit game. It was good to see from him. It's been nice to see him back in the lineup. So he goes 2 for 4. He is now hitting .242 on the season. And Brandon Crawford, a great game for him. He goes 1 for 3, gets on base twice, scores a run, has 1 walk, and he is hitting .227 on the year. So, Crawford has had a struggle this season, but, the RBI numbers are there. It's just the average, not so much. So hopefully we can see that kind of turn around for Crawford. Bumgarner, what a day for him at the batter's box. He did not make an out, getting on base 3 times with 2 walks and 1 base hit. He scored 1 run in the game, and for a pitcher, he's now hitting .149 on the year. So really great and phenomenal for Madison Bumgarner. It's just great when you do have a hot you do have a hitting pitcher, because, you know, he can get the job done at the batter's box and be a threat to the opposing pitcher, and, you know, kind of maybe get in his head a little and the mental side of things, and so, you know, be able to start a rally and things like that. So really phenomenal from Bum. And so, guys, let's look ahead to the future, to the San Francisco Giants' next game in the 4-game series. Game 2 is going to go down on Friday night, and the Giants are going to be sending rookie right-hander Tyler Beede to the mound. Beede is 3-6 on the year. He has been struggling of late, unfortunately, having lost his past 3 outings with a 5.38 ERA on the season. Has 69 strikeouts to go with that, and he is going to be opposing Drew Smyly of the Philadelphia Phillies. Of course, we remember the performance he had against the Giants in Philadelphia, so look for the Giants to, you know, hopefully have a better game plan coming in and be able to execute on that game plan and, you know, be able to get something going as, you know, in Philadelphia, Smyly absolutely shut this Giants offense down. But you definitely are feeling good after the game tonight with having a multi-hit ball game with 10 hits. So Smyly is 2-6 with a 7.01 ERA on the year with 72 strikeouts. And so, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you made it all the way through to the end of the video, then be sure to smash that like button, as it very much supports the, what they call it, the YouTube algorithm. And also, guys, I want to thank you so much for commenting on my videos. I love to read your guys' comments. I love to interact with you guys and get your opinion on San Francisco Giants and everything going on. So, guys, comment down below. Let me know your opinion, your perspective. What are your thoughts following this huge victory against the Phillies, as now we climb back within 3 games of the National League wild card, and we're trailing the Brewers now. So, you know, it is such a phenomenal, exciting time of year. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. And also, what do you guys think about the recent news that the Giants are sending 3 of their top prospects to Double-A? We called up Joey Bart, I believe Helio Ramos, and I believe it was Sean Jelly. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe that was the 3rd player. But nevertheless, 3 prospects got called up to Double-A. So, you know, they are definitely accelerating their growth. They were having great years down in San Jose. And so, you know, maybe we could potentially see them up next year sometime. And so, not only that, but also maybe even in big league camp. So it's going to be exciting when we get to that point. But right now, we are right in the thick of a pennant race. And so let's focus on this year. It has been so much fun to watch. And so, guys, until next time, I will see you again. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.